hello everybody. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. I hope you had a lovely hour. We've had a lovely hour. We've had a bit of food and we've had some good chats. And me and producer Johnny went and stood in the sunshine for about 10 minutes. That's about as long as I think we could probably manage. It is absolutely roasting out there. I didn't check the car thermometer, but it must be 30 degrees. It must be. Yeah. Absolutely roasty toasty. Johnny's just checking on the old internet. 27, it's hotter than 27. It's hotter than 27. But listen, hopefully the weather is lovely where you are. We are here for a masterclass. Maybe you've just come in to get out of the heat and you fancy a little bit of entertainment. We've certainly got that for you over the course of this hour. Thank you, producer Johnny. He's just said there's going to be sunshine indoors over the course of this masterclass. It is all about embossing folders. So anything you want to ask, please do. Anything you want to know, please stick your hand up by sticking us a comment in the comment box, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, and let us know what you are shopping for as well. The lovely Sheila has got some demonstrations up her sleeve, but that is not to say that, you know, if you go, oh, can you show us this? Can you show us that? How do I do this? How do I do that? That's what these masterclasses are all about. The onus is on you, really, to ask the questions. You know, if you don't, it could be a short show. No, I'm only joking. Let's say hello to the lovely Sheila, who's at the other side of the studio. You've got demos lined up, Sheila, haven't you? But you're happy to answer questions and do requests.
Yes, most definitely, yes. If I can, I absolutely will. And if we can try something, then we will. We've got lots of bits, and we've got some unusual bits under the counter here that we've just rifled through a big box to see if we can actually emboss them. So there's some really unusual bits and bobs down here, so along with the other things that I'd already prepped. So we might change things up. We might try, you know, if you say, can you emboss this, or would this work, we can, if we've got it, we can try it. But yeah, we'll do our best, and hopefully it'll be a good show.
You can tell Sheila's got her feet under the table already, because there's Sarah's box in the library where she has all of her bits and pieces, and that's what Sheila's going to be using in this show.
Oh, I'm not going to get in trouble, am I?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I've only taken a couple of little pieces, that's all.
Yeah, she won't know. But it's a good idea though, isn't it? Let's have a look at what we can emboss. Let's try things out. Let's see what we can, what we can't emboss. And we're very happy to try things out for you as well, you know. We would rather, yeah, within reason, we would rather try stuff and not for us to have it work here, but then you to have to waste your cardstock or, you know, whatever at home. So ask the questions, get those requests in. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials for this one. Mistress Dow says, good afternoon, everyone. Fingers crossed I don't get dragged away again. Well, hopefully you're with us for the show. Stephen Nicole says, good afternoon to Ben and Sheila.
Hello.
What you got in Andover, Stephen? Because normally when we've got 20 odd up here, you're like 30 plus. I reckon Andover, you've got 34. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, gosh.
Mary Beth Dawes says, hello from Minnesota. Are we warm in Minnesota today? Jen Shank says, good morning, everyone. Hello, Jen. And Love to Create LC says, good morning, Ben, Sheila, team, and everyone. Hello. Louise Burton says, hello, everyone. I'm waiting for my delivery of embossing folders. They are on their way, as in on their way today. That would be exciting. It'd be nice to get your embossing folders when we do an embossing folder masterclass. It's what in Minnesota? Oh, it's going to get to 30 in Minnesota today. So yeah, so nice and warm everywhere, really. But we're going to get started with an embossing folder goodie bag. This has been the most popular item, I think, on the shows today so far. And it is jam-packed full of value for you. 3 items you're paying for in this bag, one of which is your Sweet Treats embossing board. This allows you to be able to emboss a whole host of different shapes on there, from the big moustache to the lips to the bow tie. You've got little tags on there as well, little frames, and then you can also create your own little, it's almost like a little lunchbox, I suppose, really, that one. And on the other side of this, you've got your popcorn box. You've got your little flowers you can emboss on there. There's some foliage there too, little frills, and then you've got your little birdhouse that you can make as well, complete with bird. So that is the first item that you're going to be paying for in your collection. Then you're going to be paying for this, which is the beautiful Flora and Fauna 3D embossing folder. It's called your Sweet Flora. Beautiful, that one. It almost gives you like a super sculpted effect. Beautiful floral to use for whatever the occasion might be. 5x7 in size, that one. And then you have got your luxury cardstock as well. Paying for this in the bundle. And again, really nice for you to be able to try to emboss. I mean, we could do that as well if you wanted, emboss the different sheets on here, because obviously you get this within the goodie bag, so we can see what it looks like on glitter card, on mirror card, on matte mirror. You know, if you're buying this and you're thinking, oh, how will it all work? We're very happy to do that for you as well. I think that might be quite nice to see. Everything else in the bag you're getting for free. That's the value of the bag. This is what you're getting for free. You have got this beautiful die cutting and embossing folder. It's an embossing folder with a stamp and a die as well. So you can emboss this beautiful detail on there. It's those dandelion flowers and then the heads of the flowers, they're floating into the air. Then you've got the die to be able to cut that sort of wavy strip, and then you can stamp your Make-A-Wish sentiment onto that and layer it over the top. You've also got 2D embossing folder from the Vintage Vegas collection, which is your Ace of Spades. That one again is that 5x7? No, 4x6, that one. If you want to get that, it comes within the bag. And then you've also got your Easter collection 2D embossing folder. This one comes with the folder itself and then that beautiful cross die to be able to layer over the top. Again, should you wish to do that, you can use those separate of each other as well if you like. And then you've got 2 ink pads to go with it as well. So both of these opaque pigment ink pads. You've got your Damson Wine just here, and then you've got your Sandstorm as well. So those are perfect for blending. If you want to do heat embossing techniques as well, perfect for doing that with that open kind of dry time on it. Stays wetter for longer. £24, 32 bucks. It is. I mean, if you're platinum today, that's ridiculous. You're saving £42. Or if you're in the US, you are saving 53 bucks. It's tariff free as well. That one, isn't it? It is tariff free. So if you're in the US, tariff free. Starter kit. Over here. Your starter kit, also tariff free. You're getting 60 sheets of our card. So this is our regular sort of everyday run-of-the-mill card. You know, great for obviously embossing. It's a good all-rounder really. If you do ever run out of specific cardstock for the specific job, this is a good all-rounder to have it in its place. 60 sheets in there. It is 300 GSM. You're also going to get in this set 2 embossing folders. One is from your Lovebirds collection, so that is the beautiful blossom, a beautiful floral effect you're going to achieve with that. And then you've got your Royal Jungle crocodile print. So whether you go portrait or landscape on that, that is a super cool design. Also in this set, you've got your blending tool. Got your replacement heads on there as well. That is the round blending tool. I know we do the square one as well. Lots of people prefer that round one. And then you've got 2 ink pads to go in there as well. Water reactive ink pads this time, so you can do all of your kind of watercolor techniques with that. You've got your crushed velvet and then frosted jade. £24 or 32 bucks is the price for that collection as your little starter kit if you want to pop that into your basket. Next up, we have got your 3D folders with a little bit of deep purple as well. These folders are incredible as well. We had a good chat around these a little bit earlier on. 3640, 5280 for these. I mean, the designs are incredible, aren't they? And the emboss on these is like next level.
Yeah, so incredible. That one is just like out of this world. Even when I saw that in the packaging and just saw the photo of it, I was like, oh my word, this is amazing. The detail is, it's just, it's amazing. I love it.
You've got this carved wood. I mentioned this earlier. Everyone was going wild for this when we first launched it. Like again, the level of emboss you get with that is amazing. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? And I guess when you do it there on the gold, it would be completely different to if you did it on like brown card or if you did it on a wood effect. We've got some sheets of like what look like a wood veneer. So I think if we try it on that, that would just look incredible because that would, you know, make it look so much different to what you see there.
Yeah, you said earlier on, it's so true. It's almost like the kind of detailing you'd see on like a staircase in like a stately home or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's very ornate. Yeah. It's just quite bold as well.
Then you've got that beautiful cable knit as well. I mean, again, the emboss on that is incredible. Like the feel of it, just the texture of it is amazing. Yeah, then you've got your squares in here too. I know you demoed with this early, didn't you, on your Craft Your Stash?
Yes, we did that. And again, it looks completely different because I just did it in yellow textured card and sanded it a bit. But in the gold there, again, it looks very rich, and it doesn't actually resemble like a crocheted granny square as such on there. It looks completely different.
Yeah. It's a really lovely design. There's some lovely designs across this. I mean, this one again is incredible. The macrame.
Yeah.
We had a collection a while back called the Bohemian Dreams, which I think this would work really nicely with. But you're going to demo with this in a bit, aren't you? I think.
Yes, I've got little demos with all of them, so we won't necessarily be making a full-blown project.
No.
We'll be trying different things with them, but we'll see how far we get because we've got a lot of folders on the show. So.
And then your last one in this set is, again, we want one that we sort of talked at length about earlier on, which is that lace doily. And that's, again, really beautiful. Sort of very different because there's lots of different sort of patterns on that one, isn't there?
Yes, I think that this is one that you could possibly kind of snip into.
Yeah.
But I mean, that on its own. And can you imagine? I mean, I think that would be lovely for something like an anniversary card because it was like a silver or a golden anniversary. You could just, in that bare corner there where there's no embossing, you could just put the number, couldn't you? Number of years. So you just put a 50 in there and maybe a little congratulations and a few gems. That would be enough.
All those embossing folders you're going to get in your collection, and then to make it a 9-piecer, we give you 30 sheets of Centura Pearl. So that is your deep purple. You're getting 10 sheets of that. You're getting your pale gold in your Centura Metallic, all these 310 GSM. And again, you'll see that these emboss beautifully. If you want to die cut into these, they die cut beautifully, score beautifully as well. And you're getting your Christmas red in there too, 10 sheets, so 30 sheets in total of all of your cardstock. Price is $38.40 or $52.80. We've then got your macro embossing folders. The thing about the macro embossing folders here is that they are, it's the detail on these, like the macro detail, which you can see. I think it's these two embossing folders actually that show it the best. The fact that you've got that beautiful detailing in the actual sort of stamens themselves. Like the sort of next level emboss on these is what I would say. Yeah. You've also got your die to go with these as well to be able to create the aperture, and you get the 4 different designs. So that one is your ethereal echinacea. You've got your radiant roses with that beautiful heart aperture. You've got your alluring anemones. And then your last one is the gorgeous gerbras. So 4 sets there with the embossing folder and the dies to be able to create that aperture with that beautiful detailed macro emboss to it. £44, $52. That one though is not tariff free. Comments coming through. Hellos to Betty, who joins us from Idaho. Trudy says, I'm interested in different techniques done with acetate. We'll do an acetate, aren't we?
We'll do acetate, yeah. We've got a sheet of acetate, so I'll do that.
Might we do some... Louise says, can you ink the inside of an embossing folder?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Yes, you can ink one side, you can ink both sides, so it will give you a deboss and an emboss, so we can grab some ink and do that.
She said, could you use alcohol markers for that, or would that be more of your... No.
No, because obviously if you put an alcohol marker is like a permanent pen, so it's going to just, unless you don't mind using your, embossing folder stained, but it would then put permanent, ink on there.
Yeah.
And so I just wouldn't do that. I would probably emboss it on white and then maybe colour on top of the embossed bits with your alcohol markers.
Karen says, I love and appreciate all of the CC classes, and Jeannie says, saying hello, back again for a great show that I'm sure I will learn a lot. Shall we get started then and have a look? What have you got for us first, Sheila?
Okay, so we did, the first one you showed were the 2D embossing folders, which was the crocodile skin and also the little blooms with the flowers on. So I thought what we would do is just make like a little topper, just using smaller pieces so we can create a topper. So we will only emboss part of the folder. Now, of course, I've been so busy since I got here last week. I've been just having a lovely time embossing 3D folders through the MIDI machine. And then I've just looked and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm doing a 2D now. So I'm not sure if this even needs a different plate, but I've just tried it and it still works fine.
Yeah.
So tell me if I am doing it wrong. Now, I think I might have put it in here. And we've got so what we've done, we've got the embossed side on the white, and we've got the debossed side on the pearl. So we're going to pop that onto there like that, so it doesn't necessarily have to be crocodile skin. And then we'll put that onto some black. And then what we've got as well, now we've got the lovely blooms. Now with a small piece of card, rather than put a big piece in and then cut it down, I'd rather just put a small piece in. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of do it over this middle section where that lovely, like the biggest flower is. So we're just going to do like a small piece of this. So let's pop this through and get that to emboss. Okay, there we go. And I like, to be honest, I love a 2D embossing folder because it's a little more subtle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, when you're using it for your projects. So, because that's how they always were, 2D ones, and we were like, oh my goodness, this is an amazing effect that you get. So what we'll do, because we've got some, we've used the yellow card, I'm just going to quickly colour, and I'm not doing it particularly neat as I would normally do when I was making a card or topper, but I know we've got a lot to fit in the show, so we're just going to colour quickly with the Colorista pencils, which are lovely because they're very, very waxy.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of when I used to have coloured pencils when I was little, because they were always wax.
Yeah.
As I recall, you know, we used to use a lot of wax crayons as well because we used to spend a lot of time with my grandma and my nan. So my grandma always had like wax crayons and, you know, lots of wax candles. She used to teach us all kinds of techniques with things. This is going back to like the 70s. Probably some that weren't very safe, actually, when I think about it now. But yeah, we used to have lots of fun doing the craft with Grandma.
Just to say as well, I know a few people picked up on it. I was reading comments at the point. Obviously, when you used your 2D embossing folder, didn't you, through the MIDI, and it's actually embossed quite nicely.
Yes.
We normally you would like use the shim with that as well to get like a deeper emboss, but it's actually worked quite nice.
I did have the. It's just this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's for a 2D normally, and then the 3D is just the folder.
And I did look at that, and then I tried it on the white before the show, and I thought, you know, I really just quite like that.
So it gives you options, doesn't it? It gives you options.
Yeah. And you know, you might if you say if you were sending, for instance, like a sympathy card or something like that, where you don't want it to be too, you know, glary and too like in your face kind of thing. It would be nice to just do it without the shim, so it's very, very subtle. You know, the rule is that you use the shim, but obviously, as you can see, I've got quite a nice little emboss here.
Yeah.
And it varies as well what you emboss it onto. Obviously, if we were doing vellum or if we were doing a thick card, you know, there's no rules as a crafter. I think you experiment and you try things, and then you go, yeah, that's what I wanted that to be like.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know it would do that if you didn't put the plate in, or I didn't know it would do that if you put 2 plates in. So again, as long as you're looking after what you're using and what you've got and not forcing it through anywhere.
Exactly right, yeah.
You'll be totally fine.
And of course, just to remind those of you, so if you've got the the purple MIDI, your shim is actually purple. With the new one that Sheena's got there, the raspberry colour, it's like it's clear as Sheena just showed you there. So in case you were confused.
Definitely. So I'm just going to quickly colour these now because I don't want to put it on half finished. I want to just get this flower done here, and then we can just you can see when we put it against the crocodile skin embossing folder, because you would never think of putting them together, would you? You'd think, well, I can't do flowers with a crocodile skin pattern, but of course you can, because we've debossed it so it looks a little bit less scaly than what it would do, you know, if you were doing a card with a crocodile on. But yeah, it is quite nice. And who was the lady that asked about doing it with alcohol markers?
Oh, that was Louise.
Louise. So just looking at this in front of me now, because we've got the debossed panels. I think if you were doing alcohol markers and colouring it in, I think that would be really easy because you've got a dip, and obviously your alcohol pen is full of colour and has a bigger nib. You'd be able to colour in there easier than you would if you were colouring on the top, because you've not got that like kind of protected edge. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like having a little puddle that you can colour into. So you could try that on something. Get your embossing folders out and have a look at what you've got. And think, oh, could I use that the other way around? You know, could I use that the other way around? Could I colour into those segments? You know, it's quite nice to just have a look at things and see if you can do something different with them.
Yeah.
That no one else would, you know, normally think of.
Kathy says, what was the name of the large folders? Were they 3D? Depends what you mean by the large ones. If you mean the large collection, those were the textured embossing folders, and they are 3D. So the ones with the like the granny square and the cable knit and that beautiful kind of like wood effect, those ones are all 3D. And you can tell, I feel like I never could used to tell, but I feel like now you can tell the difference between a 3D and a 2D just by like running your finger over it, can't you? Because like a 3D's got sort of different peaks and troughs almost, hasn't it? Yes,
yeah, you can definitely feel it for certain. Yes. Now, as you can see here, normally on the actual picture, if I bring the picture in on the packaging, you'll see that it's done like a branch, almost like a big bloom that would, you know, be a plant or a tree. Whereas I'm doing it in green here, so just to do it quickly, just so that it puts a different slant on it, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a tree. It could actually be like a little, you know, a little delicate plant. It's not like it has to look like it's a tree. So we'll just do a little bit of green on there. So again, I'm not paying that much attention to the colouring because it's the embossing folders that we're showing. But again, you can just try it with whatever you've got. We'll do a little bit of green in the middle of there, a little bit of green in the middle of there, and then what we'll do is we'll pop that onto there. So that's like a very quick one. Let's just grab this tape runner. Like that. Oh, I think it's on its last legs, this one, but it might just hold out while we pop it on the black. So we've got and this is just some pearlescent card. There was just a piece under the shelf here, and I thought that's a beautiful colour, and that would go perfectly with the pencil. And then obviously if we pop this one onto the black as well, I'm hoping there'll just be enough in here. We might have to go on to some tape after. I don't think we've got a refill, just a hand, so let's see. And then I've left a bigger edge on here, so if you see now, if we pop that onto there, and let's pop it on with a couple of pads, I think, so it just lifts it a little bit. We only need a couple on here just to, let's just do one there, and we can do one there and one there, just while we're showing little tips and tricks and things. Yeah. And then there you've got your own little topper, just by using small segments. So I think, you know, and I do it, I actually do this. What I do is I go, right, this is a 5x7 embossing folder. So I naturally cut a 5x7 piece of card or paper to put in it, because I'm thinking, well, it's a 5x7 embossing folder. If it's a patterned one, you don't have to do that because you can reduce it, because that pattern is a continuation. Whereas when you've got something that's more like a big gerber or something like that, it's a bit more difficult. But there you go, you've just got a little topper, and it's just a quick way of using a little embossing folder and making a topper. Yeah, fantastic little make that, and again shows you just how useful these embossing folders are, whether you want them as like a main component for a project, or like Sheila showed you there, you can use them as backgrounds and then layer onto the top of them as well. That emboss, as LC, is a testament to the Gemini. Yeah, just show you the power of the Gemini and the fact that you still get a decent emboss with your 2D folder through your MIDI, where you normally would use your shim. And Jediah says, good morning, Lord Ben, and the lovely Sheila. I love Sheila's makes. If you want anything, fire up and let us know. Have you got
any questions for us? Have you got any particular requests? Let us know. That's what we're here for. Are you all a bit too hot just to request anything today? You're just like that. Oh, I can't be bothered. But fire up, we're here for you. If you've got anything to ask, we are here. Daily deal. Yeah, most working from home today, but we're here. We are here. Listen, if you want to get today's daily deal, this is it. It is on the show tonight, Friday Night Live, but we are giving you a little bit of a sneaky preview of this. It's a shop of the day deal, so you can grab this now. It's only 24 hours only, the daily deal, so if you like it, jump in and grab it. 4 of our glitter pastes, no, 3 of our glitter pastes you're going to be getting here, which are fantastic. As you guys saw, did a bit of glitter pasting myself last week, and these are just absolutely great. Super shiny, super easy to apply to your projects. You know, whether you just want to add a little bit of an accent to a project, or indeed you're creating full-scale images and running these 3 stencils, it is super blingy, is our glitter paste, and nice and easy for you to be able to apply as well. You get 50 ml in each tub. This is a lovely collection because you've got that enchanted pumpkin, which is a bit more like a deeper orange compared to your golden leaf, which is a little bit lighter. I'm not convinced that... Oh, yeah, you can. Can you see the difference between those two on the camera? Yeah. You'll see it when you get back. This one's a little bit more of like a yellowy gold, really, compared to this, which is like a really sort of rich orange. But you're getting both of those included, so 50 ml in each. That one is your golden leaf. That one there is your enchanted pumpkin. And then you're also going to get this absolutely stunning snowflake. So this has got those chunks of glitter in there, which are like the sort of aurora borealis. Like they are absolutely incredible. And when they catch the light, sort of different colours run through the different pieces of glitter that you've got in that set. So that's going to be a joy to work with. 50 ml included in that tub. So you've got 150 ml of glitter paste. And then you've also got some low tack stencil tape in here as well. So this is the Sticks 2 variety, but it's handy to have lots, isn't it? You've probably already got a lot in your craft room, but you've got 25 ml width on this, 25 metres as well. So you're getting a lot of sort of temporary tack for your money, really. This is when you'll use it for stenciling, for example, to keep your stencils in place. A lot of people, when you're running dyes through your embossing and machine, you can, of course, use that as well. And the great thing is, as you guys will know, it is super tacky. So once you've used it, a lot of people just stick it to the side of their machine and they've got it there to use again next time they use it for a die or a stencil. £16 is the platinum price on that. $24. It is tariff free as well. If you want to pick that up, that is today's daily deal. That was a good impression of me, says Mistress Dow. What, like that? Oh, just too hot. I can't be bothered. Remind me where you are, Mistress Dow. I want to say, are you London-y way, I want to say? It's just hot everywhere, isn't it? Very, very hot. What we're showing you next, you say, this 3D embossing folder, 9-piece collection. Let me rattle you through these once again, and then we'll have a little demo with these as well. So you get in this set your different sizes. So you've got your square size and your rectangular. So in this set, you've got your lace doily. You have got the beautiful macrame. You've also got your crochet, more like your sort of granny square. You've also got your cable knit in there too. This is quite a nice one as well, actually, because you can go portrait or landscape. Yeah, it does look like a nice cardigan, that actually, producer Johnny. I can imagine you wearing a nice cardi. You want to join the cardi gang? Because I feel like oh, you did used to wear a cardi, did you? Yeah, I could see you rocking a cardi. Not today though. Whew, not cardi weather at all. Carved wood, that one is absolutely beautiful. And when you get that back, you will understand just how deep that emboss is and how great our embossing folders here are at Crafters Companion. Next level emboss you get. And then you're also going to get your crystal chandelier as well. Now, to give you the tariff-free element on this, we are also going to give you 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl cardstock in the Christmas red. You are going to get your pale gold as well. So this is in the Centura metallic. All of this 310 GSM, A4 size, and then 10 sheets of your deep purple as well. So 30 sheets in total that you're going to get alongside those 6 embossing folders. Ben, how was the cricket game last night? Well, funny you should ask. It was a cup game, and we won, surprisingly. So it was a cup game, but we're in the same league as the team that we played, and they're like #1 in the league. They're top. We're right at the bottom of the league, number 10. So, you know, realistically, we shouldn't have won the game really, because we're a much weaker team. But we got a few of our first teamers in, and we won. But that wasn't the talking point after the game. The talking point was the catch I took. Because I'm the wicket keeper. So for those of you in the US perhaps don't follow cricket, it's kind of like, you know, like the backstop in baseball. That's me basically. I'm stood behind, like the batsman's there like that, and I'm stood behind like that. So when the bowler bowls, I'm there to stop the ball. If he misses it or if he nicks it, I can catch it. There's batsman in. He's a good batsman who plays over the side. He scores a lot of runs. Scored about 7,000 runs. He's gone down the track against our fast bowler. We've got an Aussie fast bowler, and he's edged it like this, and he's edged it, and I've seen it like an absolute beach ball, except it's at second slip. So I'm stood here. The ball's going about here, like here. I've dived full length to my right-hand side, like flown through the air and caught it in, because I wear gloves, right? And I have like webbing here, and I've caught it in the webbing of my glove, full stretch. Well, out. You should have seen the reaction. The crowd, there's about 4 of them there. The crowd went wild. Fireworks went off. All the rest of the team, high fives, slapping high fives. They were carrying me on their shoulders around. They said they didn't do that bit. They didn't do that bit. But they said that it was one of the best catches they've ever seen at that ground. That's what they said. That's what they said. And they were still talking after the game. We stopped for a drink afterwards. They were still talking about it in the bar afterwards. And I was getting fist bumps from people I don't even know. It's stuff of legend. It was. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not. We were at home. Yeah, it's the best catch in our cricket club's history. Shildon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be in the Newcastle Chronicle next, won't it?
Sheila, I wouldn't be surprised when I go there tomorrow for our league game. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't erected a statue.
I'll bet, yeah.
Johnny's just gone, I think it's on the BBC Sport website. Yeah. Don't tell me the score of that. I'm listening to that. I'm watching that later. Yeah, it's gone apparently above the England Test match against India. It's been that good. Oh, actually, apparently I've got a call from the England team. What am I doing next week? You'll see me on TV. It was that good. So yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do later on. I found a clip, right? From a cricket match quite a few years ago, the Australian wicketkeeper Brad Haddon taking a similar catch. So it's not on video, but on my Facebook page later on, I'll put up a video which was what I look like. Okay, a professional taking it. But Johnny's just saying you must be fit because it's a wonder you didn't put your hip out when you dive for the ball. Ah dear. Do you know what? Thank you for giving me 5 minutes there just to tell you all about that, because I told Laura last night she couldn't care less. She couldn't. I was trying to reenact it for her in the lounge, and she got up and walked off. You like cricket though, Sheila, don't you?
I do like cricket, yeah. We talked about it this morning. My nan was an avid cricket fan, and she taught us, you know, what LBW meant, and you know, we knew that they would get 6 if it went over the perimeter edge, you know, and we used to watch it when it was like Ian Botham and David Gower.
Mike Gatting.
Yeah, Mike Gatting, yeah, of course. Yeah, so...
Do you? We'll keep embossing. But is there a cricket team in the US? Is it like a US cricket team, or do you have cricket in America, or is it just a thing that's completely alien to you? Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being played in America, really. But I guess, I mean, all the sports are everywhere, aren't they now?
Well, I feel like as well, like when people move to different countries. They might take their sports with them. So a guy I used to play cricket with back in Devon, he moved to Iceland for his work, and he was one of the people that set up the Icelandic cricket team.
Oh, really?
And he's now chairman of the... there's a national Icelandic cricket team. Oh, and there is a national cricket team in the US, apparently.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if they need a wicketkeeper. I might Google that. Well, are we going to look at 3D folders now, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that what's called carved wood. Now I'm going to just do it straight through the machine on the craft card, because the craft card is a nice colour, and it's quite woody as well. So we're going to pop that through so you can see what it's like when we've done it on craft card. It's really, really lovely. And then what we'll do is we'll try it on this like wooden veneer to see if we can make it look more woody. So look at that. I mean, it's just...
Oh, wow.
It's just, isn't it so good? So good on the craft card.
Yeah.
It just works beautifully. And the embossed side is quite deep as well. So it works really, really nicely. I love it on the craft card. I think if you add a little bit of ink to that, you can do the edges and maybe, you know, make it a little bit more scuffed and a bit oldie-worldy.
Yeah.
But let's try it. I'm not sure if it would work. There's no reason why it wouldn't. So this is like a veneer. It's like an adhesive veneer, and I just had a little rummage through this giant box of
Sarah's
bits.
box of goodies.
Yeah, there's all sorts in there, you know, tin cans and all kinds of different materials. Sometimes as well, it's good to actually, you know, in this world of recycling and upcycling,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's good to have a look at what you've got at home in your house. I know that I've got sheets of cork at home. Cork will take an embossing folder.
Yeah.
Felt will.
Oh, will it?
Yeah. Now then,
Interesting.
it's slightly different on there. Look at that.
Yeah, so that's almost...
That's really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I thought that would have been more chunky if we're bringing the craft. It's more subtle, but because we've got that wood grain on it, it really looks quite smart, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it'd be really great that on like a masculine card.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like, Ben, what we've done, we've taken your cricket bat and we've cut the end off and cut the handle off and just embossed the middle section.
My cricket bat's got loads of red dots all over it from where I've hit all the bowlers
from
before.
where the balls hit
Mainly
it,
on the
big
edge.
dents in it where they've hit it with so much power.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the wooden embossing folder. I think that's really, really lovely. And obviously, this is an adhesive sheet. I'm not sure if I don't think we do this anymore. But
I don't think so.
you know what? You might be able to find wood effect paper. I know
Yeah.
I've got loads of wood effect paper to give that lovely. It's like you say, it's like carved wood that has, you know, it taken ages to carve.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are just two of the differences doing that carved wood embossing folder.
Amazing.
Yeah, looks really great, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I love it on both.
Have we got any felt? Is there any felt in that box? Because Trudy was asking about that.
There is some felt. I shall, if you can give me a minute, I shall
Okay.
grab some felt.
Just whilst you're getting that ready, anything else you want to see? Let's find out what's in this box and see if we can emboss it. Oh, you guys, thank you for all of the congratulations. I love that. Congrats, Ben, says Jen. Awesome, Ben, says Jeannie. Carolyn says, I'm sure there's a ball team over here that would hire you as a catcher, the guy with the web glove. I mean, put me in touch. I'll come for like a 3-month sabbatical, get paid to play cricket or baseball. I'm sure I could catch it at baseball because they have one glove, don't they? What's it called in baseball? The backstop. Is that what it's called? I'm sure I could do that. No cricket around these parts, says Anita Webber. Lol, baseball. My mum used to take me and my brother to cricket matches at Edgbaston in the 70s, says Catherine. Taught us to score and all the rules. Yeah, I can obviously score as well. And yeah, rules can be a bit complicated. The catcher it's called, apparently, not a backstop. That's why you said catcher, Carolyn. I should have known that. And Trish Plasto says, I love watching cricket. I enjoy all forms, but my favourite are the test matches because it can change so much over the 5 days. Yeah, it can. I love a test match as well. So, for our US viewers, there's like short form cricket, which can last about 2 or 3 hours. There's the sort of cricket I play, which is 40 overs a side, which is probably like 5 or 6 hours. And then we have test matches as well that go on for 5 days. And at the end of the 5 days, it can still be a draw. That's what's currently going on at the minute. England and India are in a series of test matches. So England won, India won. The second day of the third test today. So I'll be watching that a little bit later on. But it's all good. It's all good. Hessian. Would that emboss, says Hilary? Have we got any Hessian in the box as well?
I think
I don't have it all in there.
I've grabbed a few bits here.
Yeah, get it all out. Get it all out. What's that? So, is that felt?
I've got some felt here, piece of felt.
Should we have a look at that?
Let's try this through the knitted one, shall we? Because it's going to be, this would be amazing if this works on felt, especially if you like making dolls' clothes and stuff, or miniatures of dolls' houses and things like that.
In my mind, I don't know, I'm probably wrong, it's not going to hold in the felt though, is it, the emboss, or will it?
Well, I'll tell you what, let's put it through a couple of times. I mean, you could probably do it, if you did it through the Gemini 2, you could do it a little bit, with a bit more pressure.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, look, that's not felt?
That's felt, it's thin felt.
Hang on a minute, I'm coming over.
Don't what you're
Not
saying.
that I disbelieve you.
I'm not lying.
Let me have a look, here.
It's thin felt.
Hang on a minute.
Felty.
That's felt. That's a gag, that was. Feel that? It's felt. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. Show her what?
Oh dear, he's taking the mickey out of me. But that is amazing, especially the detail that you got in that.
Yeah, do you know if you did, well, you know what? This is quite thin. What I'll do when Ben's telling you about more things, I'll actually see if there's any thicker felt in the box, because I'm thinking if you were doing like dolls' clothes and stuff, if you cut those out in the like shape of a t-shirt or a jumper, and then embossed it, you can put that on a card as well. You
can get, I know someone's just mentioned this, but fabric stabiliser, can't you?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So that might help. So would you spray that first and then emboss it, wouldn't you?
Possibly with a stabiliser.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not something I've used very much over the years.
Yeah.
But I think what I'll do, I'll look in the box and see if there's any thicker felt, because this is quite thin. But as you can see, it has made a pretty good impression there. It does look like it's been knitted, you know, like along the edges here as well. So it's you know, it has worked. Again, it's quite subtle, but it has worked. But I'll have a root in there and see if there's any thicker one.
So spray first, our Rachel says.
Yeah.
And I've totally dropped my jaw, says Trudy. That is amazing with the felt. Well, we can look at some more different fabrics in that in a second. Did someone want to see the folders before we do something else? Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll emboss something else. There's not 9 folders. Mary Lynn, I think Johnny's just saying, you want to see the folders again. It's 6 folders and then 3 lots of cardstock, which makes up your 9-piece collection. So just to clarify that. So you've got the crystal chandelier. This reminds me of the Only Fools and Horses episode, that one. So this is the one that you've seen being used just a few moments ago, that beautiful carved wood. And then you've also got the cable knit. So that is the one that Sheila just used, that she ran through with the felt. Unbelievably, like I can imagine the felt would potentially take something like that, where it's like sort of like bigger detailing, but the amount of like minute detailing in here that's then transferred into that felt shows you A, how good the embossing folders are, but B, how good our machines are as well. And that's just with the Gemini Midi, the manual machine. So again, imagine if you're like running that through your Gemini 2, I would think, you know, even better results potentially. You've got your crochet in the square, so that's your granny square. You've got that beautiful macrame, or macrame, as you guys say, with the in America. And then you've also got your lace doily as well. So it's 6 of those 3D embossing folders, Mary Lynn, and then you've also got your cardstock in there too. So it's 9 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the red, 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the red, 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the deep purple, and then 10 sheets of your Centura Metallic in the pale gold. So that's that bundle, 38.40 or 52.80. A lot of lovely comments coming through. People can't quite believe that felt embossed so beautifully. And Robin X says, these embossing folders are amazing. Twinkle Marge says, embossing felt. My mind is blown. And Anna Atkinson says, hi to Ben and Sheila. I'm originally from the Caribbean and I love to watch cricket. I love watching the West Indies, England and Australia, especially when they play one-day cricket. I've lived in the US for nearly 30 years, and a few years back they put a cricket pitch in a regional park. the next city over from where I live in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Great catch, Ben. I've seen that done a few times and it's an exceptional catch to make, says Anna. Happy playing. Thank you very much, everybody. What are some of the things that you would do with the embossed felt, asks Jeannie.
Well, to be honest, you could do things, depends on what, you know, your skill levels are and what crafts you're really into. I've looked in the box, we haven't got any thicker felt. I can't see any in there, so this is really thin.
Yeah.
But you could do things like, maybe like things for Christmas, like napkin rings.
I love that idea, yeah.
Things like that. So, you know, if you've got strips, you could then emboss it and roll it round. So you would have like a napkin ring, which would be quite nice. You might use it, I mean, I would be using it on my projects. If you do journaling and stuff like that, you know, scrapbooking, yeah, definitely. Journaling, albums, mixed media.
Yeah.
You know, once you've tried something, I mean, I've done it before using plastic. Right, so you know, sometimes, I'm not sure if you get a takeout or a takeaway.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the US, I'm not sure how it comes packaged. I mean, in this country, we tend to have these like clear plastic tubs, don't we? And you can wash them and use them again and again. But I did actually cut one down a couple of years ago, actually, and I cut the base out, and I actually put that through an embossing folder. Now, that wasn't a 3D one, that was just a regular embossing folder. And again, it gave me, I can't remember what it was I embossed, but it gave me a really unusual effect because it was just a piece of plastic. But again, I'm guessing you could, I mean, I wonder, and this is going a bit off piece now, I wonder if you could actually emboss, like shrink plastic and then shrink it down.
My gosh.
So you'd have, you know, a little panel, you could make a key ring. That's going to a whole different thing. Try and shrink plastic, but acetate, vellum, all your regular things that you use. I mean, we've got some cork here. I found a piece of leather. Can
I as well, just as you, I can get some. Hillary's asking whether or not funky foam would emboss.
Oh yes, that would definitely.
Can I get some off Jake and we can try that as well?
Yeah, just a sheet of that would be fine. Yeah, that does work. I know that works. But we've got like, I know I've seen Sarah do this where she takes, does she have like 50 sheets of tissue or something, or 100 sheets, and put them through? And everyone just, it might have been dyes, it could, I don't know, it could have been embossing.
I think it is embossed, like emboss all the way, if you fold it over and put it all through.
Yeah, so if we put that through, should we try it?
Yeah, come on.
Because this would then, let's see which one we should try. Let's bring these up here and try. Let's try that one we did this morning, because we're not going to obviously do the whole width of it.
No.
Wonder if that would fit in there. Let's do it across there. So this is the one that we did this morning, which has got that lovely lace. It's a lace doily. If I pop that in there, now I don't know how many sheets are here, maybe 2 or 3, but it's folded.
Yeah.
So if we pop that through, I mean, imagine if this works. You would be able to unravel this and then wrap a gift in it.
Yeah.
Because you'd have your own patterns.
That feels like, oh, come on. Come on.
Okay, let's try it. Oh my word. Oh my word, and it's given it a totally different feel. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit firm going through, but look at this.
That is brilliant. Go on, go again. It's to the next layer, surely, is it?
I think it is another sheet, obviously. There's another, oh, there's actually a couple.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so good. Emboss your napkins for the Christmas dinner table.
Yeah, definitely. And this is not, let's turn it over.
Oh, that's brilliant.
There's another sheet under there as well. I'm sure there's another sheet under there. The only thing you have to be careful with is the fact that if it's a really busy one, sometimes it will cut through. Now I think that's the sheet actually, but that is quite amazing, isn't it? You know. I just marvel at how much detail you still get in something like that, and like with the felt as well. It's incredible, incredible. Yes. Yeah, it's really. Oh, actually, hang on. I think. Oh, hang on. I thought there was another sheet. No I think this might be one whole sheet. Oh yeah, embossed wrapping paper this year, producer Johnny's just saying. Yeah, you know what? I mean, obviously, as as you take each layer off, it's going to be less and less, and it's going to become more fragile, because you know what tissue's like anyway. It's not a massively thick thing, but you know, sometimes you need things like this, or you need to know that you can do this. We all do random crazy crafts. Some, you know, people do set dressing and stuff like that, and it's good to know all these little ins and outs of things, because, I mean, if you're careful with that, but you know what, if you can get a good piece off here, say one of these, where I think this was the top piece, you know, what's stopping you putting that onto the card?
Absolutely right, yeah.
You know, you cut that little bit out, you tatter it a bit, or just put something round it. That was the back end of it. So this is the, I mean, it's nice on both sides.
That's incredible.
That's because obviously you've got the glossy, not the glossy, the shinier side. But yeah, that's quite amazing, isn't it?
It is. Hilary says, I've embossed paper towels before, as I'd forgotten to buy napkins. So yeah, you know, you're seeing this is the kind of thing that you can do. I know Christmas is a little way off now, but I think stuff like that is incredible. And even if you're like putting tissue into, you know, like a present box, or maybe like wrapping a bottle of wine or a bottle of bubbly, normally you get a bit of tissue, don't you, to put in there. You can emboss that as well. Very, very high end. You'd probably want a bottle of shampoos, darling, if you were going to emboss the tissue. I've embossed folded greaseproof paper that has been used to write calligraphy on, says Mistress Dow. And Hilary says, I've embossed tissue paper for gifts. And with the felt, Mistress Dow saying you could applique, pick some of the pattern and embroidery floss, use on card for a different texture. Trudy just saying, I'm definitely going to be going to sew embossed felt onto the back of an embroidery hoop. We have found some funky foam, so we can do all of that in just a little while as well. We're going to have a quick break. Anything else that you can think of that we might try to emboss, let us know. And if we've got it in the library, we'll get it out. But we've got foam, funky foam. We've got cards. I'd quite like to look at some of the glitter cardstock as well. I might have a look at that.
Yes.
We'll have a chat. We'll have a break. We'll reset and we'll come back. But anything else you want to see or any questions you've got, fire them in. Get your cards checked out. We'll see you in a moment.
Hello everyone, I am Aaltje de Vries from the Netherlands. The question is what I like about Crafters Companion. When I bought my Gemini Junior in about June 2023, there was a card with a website, and I went looking and I thought, are there so many products? I didn't know. The shows, I watched them and I dare to chat, and the presenters were so great, so helpful and so professional. They taught me so much, and when I had a question, they told me how to do it, and they gave a demonstration. Also, if I had a problem, I could email. That team is so great. They always mailed back and always had an idea to solve my problem. I'm so glad with it. Well, I did not know everything about Sarah, but I see the difference in what she does and what it becomes now, the Crafters Companion. I can only say the whole team, everyone works so hard, so fine. Yeah, well, I didn't know it exists. The respect they have for everyone, I'm glad with it. I will say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for all you're doing. See you. Bye.
here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV.
Your product is great, made with great care and thought, and are second to none.
Love all the products. I love the tutorials we get.
Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine.
I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course.
I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash.
The quality of the products are phenomenal. Value for money is exceptional.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more.
Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine.
Or I love Crafters Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter, and Crafters Companion makes me look better.
Hi there, my name's Cooper. I'm also known as Cooper Man by my friends on Crafters TV. I love Crafters Companion, even though my mummy spends more money on their products than my treats and toys. But she spends so much time crafting in her craft room, which means I get loads of treats. So thank you, Crafters Companion. Woof woof.
Welcome back, everybody. I thought I'd come over this side, just shouting at Sheila, and I quite fancied having a go with the...
Yeah, definitely.
It's my favourite machine, the MIDI.
It's great, isn't it? It's great. We did have a question in, didn't we, from a lady who was asking?
Catherine said, could you emboss the tissue paper, then use it for decoupage, or would the liquid glue then flatten it?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I've not got anything. I'm thinking if you're wanting to do it onto, like, furniture or boxes or something, I mean, obviously, I've not got, like, decoupage glue, but I don't know if it would, you know. I mean, at the immediate question, I thought, oh, it's going to flatten it, but I don't know. I mean, if you've got decoupage glue and you stick it on, as long as you're not, like, I guess, pressing...
Yeah.
I really can't say. It depends what you're putting it onto.
Right.
I mean, you might be able to, you know, with something like that, if before you unfold it, you do maybe 3 or 4 layers on top of each other, so it still builds a little bit. I really don't know. I think that's something you would have to try yourself. But it's, you know, it's worth a go, I think.
Pamela says, I've embossed tissue paper. It had so much to gift bags. And Hilary says, this masterclass is like a craft version of that TV show where they blow stuff up. It's like extreme embossing. That's what we like. We live on the edge here at Crafters TV. Yeah?
Yeah,
don't we?
Extreme embossing.
Extreme embossing with Sheila Halliwell.
Exactly, yeah. We never thought that way. Are you going to try that then?
Yeah. So what is this in here?
So this is funky foam.
Okay. Shall I move this here? So
yeah,
you can...
move it to wherever you need to move it to. So yeah, because we need a bit of muscle on this, I think. But saying that, I mean, the foam is really soft,
that's going through really easily.
Yeah, because it's going to just, it's just going to give, isn't it?
Can I do the big reveal?
Yeah, please do.
Oh.
I knew you'd have to peep first. Oh, that's unusual, isn't it? That's pretty good.
You come in, you can't really see that well, can you? I think that's a really nice emboss, actually.
How's it feel? Feels lovely. Yeah, feels really nice. It's different, isn't it? It's different to the felt.
Yeah.
And again, you could do this for. I mean, looking at the. I mean, these are like tyre tracks here, aren't they?
That's such a good shape. You could snip into that,
so
couldn't you?
So you could snip into that. It's almost like tyre tracks. But yeah, the way I think to actually make that more prominent is probably to ink the folder.
You could probably... I'm just thinking, like, if you put, like, another little shim of cardstock into that, you could get a deeper emboss then, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, you could try it. You could try... Oh, I don't want to break the machine, but you could do, yeah.
We could put a little bit... We could put in that, like... It's all right. Let's put another bit in, come on. Look at me telling you what to do.
Come on, crack on, Sheila, come on. Oh, give me a chance.
Like, just because that's only that's only thin. If you put that glitter cardstock in underneath, just to see if it goes a bit. Or we could. No, that'd be too thick.
Well, I thought that, and we don't have a thinner shim than that, do we?
So we try a bit of cardstock with it.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, it's worth a try.
Extreme Embossing with Sheila Halliwell.
Sheila and Ben.
Sheila and Ben. Let's see. Oh, now. No, that's all right.
Bang!
Did actually get me then. Well,
I was thinking of the explosions and not breaking the machine.
Just going to go back the other way as well.
Yeah.
I'll let you do this one.
You can, fine.
You have the. Fine. Oh, I know the plate combination for the GT.
Oh, I think that's better, Ben. Look at it.
Ah, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see that? I feel like it looks, to the eye, a lot more embossed than you're seeing on your screens there.
Yes, yeah. What about the other side? Oh, yes. No, the other side shows up better, I think, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, these could be... There's so many crafts and there's so many hobbies that would allow you to use these things. It could be things... You know, I have a 12th scale doll's house and everything inside it, more or less, was made by me. Like, there's a couple of cupboards in there and, like, a bath and things that I had to buy. But this is something like a rug or a mat that you would put in there.
Oh, like a bath mat.
On the floor. So, you know, if you're into doing miniatures and stuff, then that would work for sure, most definitely. But I think we should try leather. Don't you think we should try leather as well?
Yeah, I think so. Would the funky foam work better in the G2, says Trudy? I mean, it might do. We can fire up the G2 in a minute if you want.
It might do. Yes, it may well do. So, let's try another folder then.
Okay.
Shall we try... let's see. It's not really good to put chandelier on there, I don't think. Let's try the crochet one.
Okay.
So obviously it's only a small piece of leather, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite... I love the way it's got like a crease in and it's...
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's worn, isn't it? It's fabulous. Are you going to push this through?
I can do. Am I chief embosser now? I feel like I'm doing your...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just... how does it feel when it's... Is it hard to get through there? No.
It's harder than the funky foam.
Right, but it's still doing it.
Oh, it's a bit tough at the end there. Shall I go back through again?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether we've put deboss or emboss
So this
side
is
here.
faux leather, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I think this is real leather.
Oh, it's real leather?
Yeah. This is a real leather piece.
Oh, get out! Oh! You can reveal that one. You can reveal that one. Get out. Oh!
Oh, my goodness!
Shakala!
Oh, my word. Oh, my word.
That's incredible, that emboss. Real leather. In the MIDI as well.
Oh, that's amazing. If you have, like, 7x5 pieces and you put them through the embossing folder, you could be making little wallets and purses,
I love... Oh, yes,
little
I love that
bags
idea.
and pouches.
Yeah.
And again, it's beautiful from mixed media and stuff. That's amazing. Isn't it?
I never expected that good of a result, that quality.
I didn't, actually. I didn't. And do you know, you could do if you've got lots of scraps. Very often lots of, like, sofa places get rid of their sample books at the end, and they're happy to give them to you. But if you've got one of those, imagine cutting squares out and then embossing them and doing like almost like a patchwork. You could do a patchwork bag or anything. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I think that's my favourite one so far.
That's very amazing. That's really amazing. I love that.
Gobsmacked. A while ago, I got a felt wreath kit from Violet Studio, says Evelyn. I'm going to try to emboss the felt before cutting out the flowers.
Yes.
PB Brewer Martin Pamela says you could try different ribbons. Would ribbon take? I know I haven't got any in the studio. Would ribbon take an emboss?
Yes, I think a ribbon will. I've seen some, but I think I saw it at the... I think it was back at the house in one of the drawers.
Oh, was it?
But we might be able to find some. So, what should we try next? Or shall I just show you this other little...
Sorry, I'm just looking at the box down there. Is that Sarah's box?
Yes, you ever rummage through there?
Can we get that Pepsi can?
Yeah. While you're doing that, Ben, am I all right to just show this, Johnny? Because this is doing like... I've already done these. This is... Oh, I love this so much. This is the macrame folder. Right, so I'll turn it that way, sorry. So this is the macrame folder, which is amazing. But I was experimenting.
Wow.
And what I've done, put it on textured card. And then... So what I've done, I've trimmed the edges off here and I've cut this out. So we've got an extra layer there, like that. But then I've also cut the tassels out. and I've only cut the bottom 2 beads, so I was just experimenting, but I thought, oh, this is really, this would be really nice.
So is that, so one pass on the card and you've just passed it through again and then cut it up?
Yeah, so I've done 2 squares of card, embossed them both, and then, so you're almost creating your own decoupage from it, because I mean, if you're really keen, you could actually do the beads as well, or you could put beads on here, but if you, all I've done then is if you take your, like your pencils, so what I've done there, I've just, so we've just got the Colorista pencils, just colour the beads, like that, so it just makes it a little bit more like boho, and then we could do, because you've got a couple of little beads in here as well, then we could do some green. So you've got those 2 are flat, and then these are raised, but what you could do then to stick these on, what I would do, I think, is I would put, let me grab a couple
like foam pads?
Couple of little pads. So let me do, or you could use foam tape. If you pop a little pad on the back there like that, and then take that off there, so take the back off, but what we would do is we would glue that bit flat. So we glue that bit flat. So let's grab, I'm sure my Collal glue will just do this. Let's just make sure it's open. There we go, and take all that dry bit off the top, and then we can try that. So let's do, let's just do that there like that.
Yeah.
So we've got, so when that goes on there, I might put a little bit too much on actually, but what will happen is that one will be flatter and this one will sit proud. So you then get that effect of like decoupage.
That's really cool.
And then the same with that one as well. So we could, let's pop those there because this is just one big kind of chunk of a tassel. But again, you could cut these off and just use these on something else. This is just using, you know, an embossing folder in a slightly different way, but we're actually doing the regular process of putting it through with card in the middle. So once that goes down there and holds, you've got a little bit of lift.
Yeah.
So it does lift them up. I mean, you could go around the edge with ink or whatever you want to. I just have to hold that for a minute. And then obviously you've got 2 little beads here. So we could do the green there, and you could bring some colour into all these areas. But normally you use beads. I know I started a big macrame piece myself. Do you know what? I did macrame in school.
Oh, did you?
We did it in school and I loved it. I absolutely adored it. And then...
It's knot tying, isn't it, basically?
Yes, yeah, and twisting the cords. And then I got I think, I don't know, it was a video off YouTube or somewhere like that, this girl making this lovely thing, and I started doing it. Could I get my head around it? I could do it when I was about 10. Getting to my 50s, and I was like, why can't I do it now in my 50s? What is wrong? Why is that not working? But what we'll do, we'll put a couple of pads on there so you get the full effect.
You could definitely say, like you say, add some of your gems to this, couldn't you? Like you touch a sparkle gem.
Oh gosh, yeah. But I mean, look at that on the other side. That's the deboss side.
That's really nice.
And it's beautiful. You know, you could turn it that way. It almost becomes. I mean, if you do that.
Oh yes.
It becomes something else, doesn't it? So, you know, if you're happy to cut around here, add some colour. And if you're not great at cutting out, you know, the most forgiving thing to do is add some ink around the edge, just from your blending sponge or your blending brush, and it hides a mass of imperfections when you're cutting. Now, obviously, I'd probably do slightly less deep pads for this, or you could use your silicone glue gel. But yeah, once you... if you imagine sticking all those on, and I probably will finish these off and at some point and pop them onto a project, but I need to get that little piece out of there. It's driving me crazy. Come out. So yeah, if you imagine doing that all the way along with those, and then you have like a decoupaged macrame panel, which is, you can see straight away there now, can't you, that you've got some depth with it. But that's just, you know, doing 2 and then chopping into it.
That's such a cool effect. Comments coming through from Trudy says the wood carving folder would look so cool with the leather, then incorporate it in something in the Western collection. Yeah.
Should we try it on some leather, do you think? Have we got time?
Yeah.
We've got some. Let's
have you got any more leather?
Oh, there is some more leather.
I've got the
here.
can out as well.
Oh.
So, it was Pamela saying, yes, I forgot about embossing on aluminium from cans. It is fabulous.
Yes. Oh, yeah, try that one.
What should I put it on?
Let me give you all these embossing folders. There's some more under here.
Oh, what do we reckon? Oh, what about, is that a 3D one? Oh, no, we're doing this kit, aren't we?
But it would still probably work. That's the wood.
Oh!
The chandelier.
What do you reckon the...
Yeah, try the chandelier on the tin. And I'll chop a bit of leather here.
Okay. I'm really enjoying this show. I feel like we're just mucking about, but, you know.
Oh, we're not. No, this is important.
It is important.
Because this then gives your embossing folder so much more life. You know, because rather than throwing it in your drawer, you then, we do this, we put our stamps and things in drawers to keep them all safe and all catalogued. But, you know, you can stand them all up in front of you on your desk in a little box and then just be using them all the time.
So that's the raised side there.
So that's right. If you remember, if you put the Crafters Companion logo at the bottom, then that will give you
that's the right way,
push.
then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be
I'm
really
well excited about this.
I am.
Okay, so tin can going through. It's going to make a lovely noise, I think.
You can do it on tin foil as well. It looks good on tin foil.
Okay, let's go back through again.
Basically anything. I was thinking, can you imagine having like separate, like being really posh and putting little sheets of toilet paper in there, and then having them in a little stack.
Look at that!
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then do you know what you could do? You could probably put some of your alcohol pens on there, but you could also maybe do some alcohol inks.
Oh, yes.
You know, to make it like crazy colours.
Yeah.
Or do that first on a can. And again, these are cans that we've had a drink in and we throw in the recycling sometimes. You can do it on aluminium. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
But they do emboss really well.
I know I've seen that before, but not for a long while. I'm just amazed at how brilliant and how deeply that embosses. It's so crisp and clean, isn't it?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, look at all these little like beads here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, I love that. I think that might be one of my new faves. But what was it? So the carved wood.
The carved wood, yes. Have I just lifted it up or have I put it back down there? Oh, they're here. They're here.
Sorry, I put them right out of your reach.
Yeah. So because my arms are not as long as yours.
No. Do you want to have a go? I feel like I've taken over.
No, it's fine. We're a good team.
Yeah.
It's teamwork.
It is.
So, look at this.
Oh, yeah, teamwork until the game tonight.
Yeah, and then we're opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitter enemies.
So you saying the leather went through easy, did you?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah,
I think
so.
So this is for Trudy.
Trudy,
Oh,
yeah.
hang on a minute though.
Now, that's a tougher leather, that one.
Right.
So maybe.
Oh no.
Is it going? If it feels like there's some serious resistance, then I would just stop. But
it's all right.
You'll know yourself with your machine. Just don't keep pushing it. If it feels tight at all, do not carry on putting it through. This is going to be very exciting, isn't it?
I think so. Can I do a little sneaky peek first?
A sneaky peek.
Oh.
Oh.
That's cray-cray, that, isn't it? That is incredible.
And that feels so much different. It's almost like give it a different feel, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And that is, that is fairly thick.
That's thick.
Proper leather,
That's thick leather. And look at it on the back. It looks really nice on the back. So it's got that worn effect. But, yeah, that's pretty amazing. But, you know, if you've got, you can be making little bags and things, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Like little wallets, you know, like that. You can put little rivets in. Look,
even like little
you've got
key rings as well, potentially, out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do all sorts with it. So bookmark.
Bookmark's a great idea.
Really, really nice. That's really good, isn't it?
Oh man, I'm really enjoying this. What else can we emboss?
We need some acetate, don't we?
Oh yes, acetate.
What did he say?
Johnny's going, take the sign down, put that through, put my shirt through.
Let's try this one. Let's try this one. And then we mustn't forget to try as well some of these crazy things with the other embossing folders that we've got as well.
Oh yeah.
Because they are slightly different in how they work. But yeah, we can do that.
Christine says, hello from Altoona. Hello. I've tried the aluminium foil technique by itself. Could you put the aluminium foil on cardstock first and then emboss? I don't know if we've got any foil left.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I think we might be all out of the tin cans, to be honest.
Right, what we're going to use for the acetate, what do you think, Ben? Which one do you think? We've got the crochet, we've got the knitting, we've got the chandelier, we've got the...
We've done them all, haven't we now?
What else have we got? We had another one, didn't we? We had 6. We had the... Oh yeah, we've got some more there. I think we have more than 6. Did we have more than 6?
No, there were 6. There were 6. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we could use...
If you are shopping for this, it's fallen off the website apparently, but we are trying to get it back on.
Why don't we try that one fully on this? Is that
So the chandelier.
Yeah.
It's in here.
Oh, it's in there, is it?
Oh, there you go.
I think we should try that. Just because we didn't do a full size one, did we?
No.
So it would give a nice, do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Can you do it?
Yeah. Ready?
Let's see what we can put behind it so we can...
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't have to have anything behind it. But again, if you've got like Christmas embossing folders, these would be great for napkin rings. These would be great for decorations. You know, there's so many things you can do.
That's incredible. In my mind, should I put it on some black?
Yeah.
In my mind... Oh,
does it show? Does it? What about on that one?
That shows
show better on that one.
In my mind, that wasn't going to work. But
Oh yeah,
great.
It does look amazing, doesn't it? And you could really, I mean, if you put that onto there, and then maybe get your adhesive gems or your little gems and do the whole thing in gems, it would look amazing, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
It's really, really lovely.
What sort of acetate is that? Is that just our standard heat-resistant acetate?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But isn't it lovely?
It's
and
incredible.
It feels so nice as well, and great in like a shaker card. We always think very often we keep our window panels clear, don't we, so you can see what's inside. But something like that, if you've got little beads and things, would be really nice because it would make it look like the beads have fallen off.
So cool. On a shaker. Yeah, I love that idea.
Beads behind, and maybe little tiny stars and things, silver things. But again, I mean, if we bring that bit in, so where does that go from? Yeah, from there. So that kind of, you know, you could definitely do that, which gives you, again, a different finish. But I think we should try some blackboard and definitely some cork.
Yeah.
Oh, and someone asked us to do Hessian, didn't they?
I'm not convinced that would work. But
it's not thick Hessian, but we could try it.
I think the wood grain on that one would look quite nice.
Yes, yeah. Should we try the wood one then on that one?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be all right with that little bit sticking out the end, I think. I don't think it'll matter. And it's the same on both sides, isn't it? So let's do that one, and I'll be cutting it. We wanted to try something on the glitter card as well, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to sort of see that.
We'll try the chandelier, not the chandelier. We'll try the doily one on there, maybe. Or maybe that would be better on there because it's a bit chunkier. So we could try the crochet on there, a little bit more crunchy. Have you got one of these machines at home?
Yes.
Which one? You got this one?
The MIDI. Actually, my one is still in here because I brought it in for the video I did with Leanne. Leanne I had the very first Raspberry MIDI.
Oh, did you?
And mine says Ben Moseby's Gemini MIDI. And then my catchphrase on the bottom, simplicity without the electricity.
Fabulous.
Yeah, she made it
oh, you're just full of them, aren't you?
Now.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't see it.
It's not worked, has it?
Yeah, you can feel it. It has done it, but that's not traditional Hessian. You can feel it, can't you? So I wonder if you had like maybe some white ink, you could put some white ink on it.
Yeah.
and maybe, but it's definitely done it because we can feel it. But maybe, and I can see it
few
there.
bits of it, yeah.
So maybe if you put maybe some like white ink or even some gold ink or something like that, it would show it up. But we've not, obviously we didn't do that. We thought it might give a bit, but I know that you can emboss onto a hessian because I've done it myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's try. So now we've got the glitter card that you cut, Ben. Should we try that one?
Oh, yeah.
And then we should do maybe some blackboard.
Someone's just asked as well, if you wanted to attach that onto the acetate, what could you use so that the glue wouldn't be seen?
Well, to be honest, what I would probably do is I mean, you're either going to cut this down to fit on that, or you're going to emboss a whole piece to go underneath. In which case, then I would probably be taping, well, that would be down. I would tape this maybe with some very thin, maybe red liner tape.
Yeah.
Put that on there, because that would be stuck down on your cardstock. That would go over the top. And then you could maybe put a frame, whether it's like peel-off stickers, whether it's thin strips of card, whether it's, you know, a frame from your dies that you could do. And that would hide the tape, but it would still keep that in there. I think that's the only way you would do something like that. I didn't think it would work like that.
That's brilliant. That's one of my faves, I think.
Goodness. That is lovely, isn't it?
And again, what's so lovely about our glitter cardstock, because it's like encapsulated glitter, it's still like...
You've still got all your glitter on, haven't
Yeah.
you? And it's not on your fingers or anything. The other thing I thought of earlier on, and I said this morning when we were doing the crafty stash, that you could actually make it like a real granny square and cut out these
right,
holes
yeah,
with
so
your
you've got it,
knife.
there's like- yes.
So it does actually just resemble a proper granny square.
That's
Because
a
then you
great
could
idea.
put that on acetate then, and then have shakers behind that as well, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not an adhesive one, is it? Not
No.
an adhesive. That's really nice.
Even the deboss
back
is lovely, isn't it?
You've got so much detail. It really is like doing magic. You know, when we say heat embossing is like doing magic, you put the heat tool on and then it melts the powder, and this is a similar thing. Okay.
We're going to do a bit more in a second. We're going to have a short
Yeah.
break. This is such a fun and informative masterclass, this, Pamela. So great for new crafters and for those of us who enjoy a reminder to play. It's great fun with Sheila and Ben.
Ah, thank you.
And that leather is giving me so many ideas, says Janelle. I have a bunch of different ones from when I was making jewellery. I'm going to do some embossing on it for sure. She says, thank you for the idea. Well, we're going to have a break.
Yes.
And when we come back, so you're going to do the corkboard when we come back?
We'll do the corkboard.
And
We've got some blackboard. We
chalkboard.
could try a bit of fabric.
Oh,
So
yeah.
We've got some cotton.
Yeah.
Which again, I mean, if that would work, that's a whole different thing, because if you like sewing and doing patchwork, making bags, making cushions, things like that, then that would be another great thing to do. But yeah, we've tried.
Mirror
Well,
card.
we've got nice blue mirror card. I'm sure we can find a few other things, and we've got the other embossing folders to try as well.
yeah.
So we could do some of those.
We'll do all of that after a short break here on Sheila and Ben's Extreme Embossing.
Welcome to Fire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hiya Crafters TV, Janie Quigley here. We're in the match. What's not to love about Crafters TV? Come on, the laughter. It's so good, the products. And you look at something and thinking, do I need that in my stash? And then you see the demonstrators and the cards that are being made and you think, yes, I want that. It's just done so cleverly and easy explained and fun. It's made fun. Crafting fun. I craft for pleasure. I craft because it helps me through my problems. It helps me de-stress. And watching Crafters TV, being able to talk to people, wow, from all over the world. I mean, that's not something I'd be able to do if it wasn't for Crafters TV. And to meet people, get to knowing people, and the laughter. Come on, the laughter. I mean, some days I'm crying with laughter. It's so funny. Ben, you're a hoot. Demonstrators are all so really clever and easy to explain what they're doing. I just love CCTV. I just love watching. Fills my day. I can get a little lonely. It just fills my day. It just makes everything right. Stops me from going loopy, which I am a little loopy. So, thanks for everything that you do. Love you. Bye.
I'm here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV.
Your products are great, made with great care and thought and are second to none.
Love all the products. I love the tutorials we get.
Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine.
I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course.
I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash.
The quality of the products are phenomenal. Value for money is exceptional.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more.
Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine.
Or I love Crafters Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter, and Crafters Companion makes me look better.
Hello everyone, Polly here again. I can't craft as I only have paws, but I thought you might like to see my favourite toy who keeps me company when my mummy is crafting. So here he is, Space Bear. He lives in space, but he comes to see me when mummy is in her craft room using her crafters goodies that she loves and seems to get delivered every day. Just saying. Anyway, here he is, my favourite toy, Space Bear. Thanks again everybody, bye!
Welcome back, everybody. Loads of people loving the show, which is great. Just thought we'd have a bit of a muck around, really, and it's turned out into quite a nice show, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, no, it was
planned.
planned. Yeah.
We knew we were going to, be doing embossing folders, and I sat and cut things out. So okay, well, we could do this, we can do that, we can show, we can add this and add that. So yeah, so it was planned. Yeah.
What Sheila said.
Yeah. What Sheila said. Yeah.
I just gate crashed the party really and came over. That's what it was. So we're going to do a bit more embossing, and then you've got one final little demo, haven't you?
And then we've got the macro one. So yes, so because that has a stencil with it and stuff, so we could try to do that if you're not aware of how to do that. So what shall we emboss onto the blackboard?
I think maybe... Oh, maybe the chandelier, and then I feel like it becomes that nice. So you could then get some of your metallic pencils onto it and like colour in the...
Yes, you could. Oh, that's already out, isn't it? It's here, this one.
Look at me with the crafty ideas.
I know.
It's hanging out with you guys, you see.
I know.
Rubs off.
You're spending too much time with us. Right, there you go, Ben.
Am I still on?
Yeah, because I'll be cutting some of these down to do on the... I wonder if we should try that one on the chalk then. You'll have a sore arm tomorrow. You'll be like, what's wrong with my arm? I can't move my arm this morning. Yeah, Popeye arm.
They'd have one massive arm like Popeye. He's strong to the spinach because he eats his spinach. He's Benny the crafty man. Oh, this is, yeah, cracker.
Oh my, wow. Now that's got a little bit of white on, so you could.
I actually quite like that.
I do.
Oh, here she goes to the sanding
I
block.
was going to say, do you think, do you want to go have a go at sanding?
Could do.
But very light and just, because that'll probably take a bit more of the black off and bring more of the white through. If you feel like it's not doing anything, you can just add a bit more pressure. Because then you still could, in theory, when it's brought the white through, you could actually still add some colour with your metallic pencils. I think that would be quite nice. It's actually looking quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, need a bit more up there. Down there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's massive. It's amazing, isn't it? The differences you get. You know, and if you, scrabble around at home and have a look, you might have some things in your cupboard. Go,
I really
you
like
know
that.
what is great as well? You know, everybody gets the things from, delivered in the brown cardboard boxes
yeah.
now. So that will work for your embossing folders, especially if you do mixed media and things like that. It works good as a base as well. But yeah, that's really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
You could even add some chalk to that.
Yeah.
You know, we've got like chalk pens, paint pens even. You could, if you've got a white chalk pen, you could do that and actually highlight some other areas like these tiny little ones. But again, really, really unusual. Okay, Ben, now we have cork. So
I'm loving being chief helper here. I'm like your Sue crafter.
Yeah.
What's this? Cork.
Cork. Corky cork.
Corky cork.
Corky cork. Yeah. Let's have a look at the ones. What if we do? Let's try a knitted one on the.
I'll go back with this one as well.
On some metallic as well, because that's
I
nice.
love the sanding technique on white core paper, says Rhonda.
Yes, a firm favourite that.
Hmm.
Now, you know what you can do as well? Okay, so years ago.
Oh,
it has done it now.
has it?
I wonder, keep it on there. What about if we had a bit of ink?
Okay.
We could add some ink to this top bit.
Yeah.
And then see if it will transfer. Let me just grab some ink. Now we need to get some
So letterpress technique, really, then on the ink on your cork.
So we've got that might work. Or we've got some opaque pigment. Are we going to keep it to like brown? Or do we want some
brown
more
would be
colours?
good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So if you leave it as it is, it's not moved, has it? So what we can do then, because we know that the pigment ink will.
Oh yeah, you can really still feel that actually.
Will come off. So this is gonna. Oh, it might not show up because it's like the same colour almost, isn't it?
Hmm.
Well, we can try it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't do anything, we can add another colour. We can go with a darker colour. But basically, this is just pigment ink. So this will transfer, and then this will come off. So you're gonna be fine with this. It's not gonna ruin your embossing folder in any way. Okay. I don't know if that'll do anything. If it won't, we'll just put a darker colour on top then. Maybe like a. What have you done?
I'm just trying to get the MIDI off. The suckers are really strong.
Did it lift the mat up as well?
I nearly pulled the whole counter up. So I give it one more.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
I knew you were going to do that. As soon as I said, I thought, I feel a song coming on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's better.
Yeah, it is better. I really like that actually.
That's really nice.
Mm.
That's really, really nice because you've still got the black specks in there of your cork. But that's nice, isn't it? Did you want to put more colour on or not?
What, like a secondary colour?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What is that black?
This is smoked emerald. Let me, wonder if we should just, I'm sure it'll be fine to put it on top and then I'll just clean it.
Do you want to get a wipe?
Yeah, there's some wipes here. I brought some in. I found some in my bag.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, put it on because then you get like the mixture of the colours, then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so we're going with a greeny colour, so this will be quite nice.
Kathy Green's just saying gilding wax on the black would look great. Yeah, on that
Yes.
sanded gilding wax would be great.
That was what I was going to do with the, because I brought the gilding wax with me. I was going to do that and I've totally forgotten because we've gone a bit more off-piste, haven't we?
Rogue.
We have. There you go, Ben. I'll pop that one back on the shelf.
Hey, you want to? Do you know what as well? Rachel's message to say that she thinks this is the best masterclass, and she's worked on a lot of them. She thinks this is the best one we've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's amazing, isn't it? How just a small collection of embossing folders. Yeah, I think once you start, then you start thinking, oh, what about if I do it on this? What about if I do it on that? What about if I try that? We were saying about stabilising the fabric. And I don't know what it would be. What would it be called in the US? I don't know. Over here we call it interfacing, which you can iron on the back, and that like kind of stiffens it up. So we could use that. Now it shows it up more now, doesn't it?
I really like that.
That's really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's so unusual. But again, these are just cork sheets, and you know what? I think you can buy like cork sheets, even if we don't do them here.
Yeah.
You can buy cork sheets, even if you go into like the discount store. Sometimes they have like cork tile things, and they're not overly thick. So you know, sometimes you can get cork like placemats. You know, in the discount stores, like the dollar store and places like that. And this would be ideal for you to try because it's not, you know, expensive.
I really love that.
But isn't it really nice that?
Yeah.
That's really unusual. I think that's really nice.
So cork tick.
Yeah. And if you think you've just seen us put that, well, you've just seen Ben put that through 3 times, which is pretty amazing. It hasn't cracked it or anything. It's just gone through lovely. So I think if you have got some soft fabrics that maybe give a bit, you could do it on the fabric as well, but you would have to either like stabilise it or use a stabiliser or a stiffener or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? So last one that we'll do with this, I think. I feel like we neglected the knitted one a bit just because we did it on the foam, didn't we, and on the felt. So it was all right. It still worked, but it wasn't
I'll let you have a go.
fabulous. Oh, thanks. So we'll try it on the mirror card and see what it's like. And I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll just do it through once because the card's not thick. And then...
Oh, yes, sirree.
And that is really detailed. It's so detailed, but you can see you've got that. If you're a knitter, we've got like the rib going up the side here and or stocking stitch. It depends what you do. And then you've got the cable knit here where you use the 3 needles so to twist it all. But yeah, these are definitely, if you've got black or brown metallic card with this folder, you could be cutting these out and using these as tracks.
I love that idea.
And on a boy's card or on a toddler's card or even on a male, you know, an adult's card. Yeah, definitely. So I hope we've given you some ideas there with
That's been one of the most enjoyable 45 minutes I think I've ever had in a show. I've loved that.
Yeah, it's been really exciting, hasn't it? And that was the one we did at first with the sanded back.
Yeah, just show that again. I'll go across the other side of the studio to get ready. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a look at that, actually.
Yeah, because it would probably work with that one as well. So you remember we did the gold one.
Yeah.
And then we used the sanding block. Let me just grab... Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. So we can take a bit more off there. And the more you take off... I'm not going too mad, I'm not putting too much pressure on, but you can see how it starts to let that white come through. So it's not white, it's more like a silver. But again, it's really, really unusual. And, you know, if you tilt your sanding block a little bit, you can get further in. But it does almost look like it's tarnished. That was the word I wanted. Like it's a little bit tarnished. But yeah, look how good that looks now. It's very unusual, isn't it? But yeah, that's I think we've done quite well there with what we've embossed. There's been lots there, and I think more or less all of them have been successful, haven't they, in one way or another?
Absolutely. Rhonda just says you have all gone rogue. Oh, I really like the ink on the cork, she says. I think that is definitely one to try.
Definitely.
And Jeannie just saying, I have tons of cork sheets. I had no idea what to do with it. Well, now I do, so thank you. I think that's been really worthwhile, just having a bit of a play, trying it all out. And I feel, as I say, I feel like it's ages since we've done a show like that, so absolutely brilliant. And loads of you saying that you love that. Jeannie also saying, I have to say that nothing embosses like Mirror Card. I enjoyed all of those demos, actually. The Mirror Card was great. I also enjoyed the tin can as well. Thought the emboss on that was exceptional.
Yes.
And the acetate,
Yes.
which I didn't think was going to be that impressive, but it was super impressive.
Yeah, very, very amazing, yeah. Yeah.
Just before we tool off, we've got one more demo to show you. This is the only deal that we have on the show that is not a tariff-free deal. So if you do want these in the US, apologies. They're £44 platinum. These are the 3D emboss macro aperture folders. So you get with these your embossing folder and then the aperture die as well to create, a fantastic aperture to go with these. So you can, obviously pop a sentiment in there, use these to create fantastic shaker cards as well. But it's all about the extra detail here, that macro emboss that you're going to get across the different styles of florals. So there's 4 flowers in total that you've got. So your gerbera is the first one. This one here is your alluring anemones. Then you are going to get this, which I think probably my favourite, radiant roses, with that beautiful heart aperture. And then you've also got your ethereal echinacea as well. So 4 different types of floral there for you with the dies to create the aperture with. £44, $52 is the price on that one. And thank you to Christine who says, I just tried the foil onto cardstock and then embossed it with the 3D beads folder. It's beautiful. I overlapped and taped the foil to the back first, she says.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? That, so far away and being able to have just done that for us and tell us that. That's really amazing. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Trudy says the leather was my favourite. Let us know. Let us know what you enjoyed most about that little segment. So you got a quick demonstration with the macro folders, yeah?
Yes, because obviously I was given these a few days ago, and I thought, right, there's a stencil, there's a die, and there's an embossing folder, and I sat and I thought, okay, let's think how this is done. So I did see a video anyway later on with Sarah showing how to do it. But basically what you're going to do is you've got a template here. So your stencil, I think we naturally think when we've got a stencil that we're going to ink through it. But you can do if you want to, but we're not going to at this point because this is what gives, this is like a guide as to where you put your die. Yeah. So that when you line up your embossing folder with it all sits like, on top of each other. So what you need to do first of all, so let me bring in the embossing folder here. So the embossing folder is the one with the anemones on. Yeah. So if I bring that in, you might be able to see it a little bit better if I put it on there. So what we're going to do is we've got the stencil here. So you just need to kind of figure out which way it goes. We'll try every way. If it doesn't fit like that, turn it over and do it until it fits. Yeah. Like that. And that's the way. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to bring in my card. Now I've cut my card down to slightly less than the stencil because obviously we've got the embossing section here and then you end up with that little edge which we're trying to avoid. So what I'm going to do first is you pop your stencil on there like that, okay? I'm going to get a couple of pieces of tape. I should have already got that. So a couple of pieces of tape, okay. So we're going to line that up as best we can on there. And then we put the die in that little hole there where the stencil is, so it sits in there. It's exactly the same size as that aperture. Yeah. And then we're going to tape the stencil onto there, like that, in the gap, like that. So we're taping the die, sorry, not stencil. Then all you need to do is lift this up and pop the stencil out of there, so you can lift it like that. I mean, the other thing you could do as well, of course, is you could actually draw around it if you wanted to, I guess, and then just lay it on there. So that gives you the exact place for the aperture that we're going to cut. Okay, so, and then what we're going to do, we'll pop that through there. So let's pop that through the MIDI. I'll just, I can reach over and do that. So obviously we're going to cut the aperture, and then once you've cut the aperture out, you're going to take the die off there. I mean, it just falls out basically, and you've got that.
Oh, brilliant. Perfect.
Which is amazing, isn't it? And again, you could use this for all sorts, I think. I think you could use it for different things. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place this on top. So you can just line it up. But if you do want to tape it, you can. But I don't think I'm going to tape it. I think I'm confident that it will be in the right place, like that. Okay?
Yes.
And then we can put that through the machine again.
Yeah.
And then it brings out something like that. Oh, I've moved it. It's moved a tiny bit, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I should have taped it, like I said, just to be on the safe side.
You wouldn't know, to be fair.
You wouldn't know too much. So what you can do then, you can start to colour. If I bring in one or two of these samples that the team have done, just to give you an idea, because these are just, what I'll do, I'll find that one. So we've got the one with it's the anemones, isn't it? So let's find any of the cards that have been done with that, because then that will make sense. So we've got this beautiful big one here, and we have got, I have seen some, I've seen one or two more. I think it might be that one. No, not that one. Bear with me a second while I find it. It's we've got so many lovely ones. I think there was a small one actually. Yeah, that's the one, which is just done like a piece of it. So
right,
if I show you that, so that's what it's like. That's
brilliant.
You know how I've just done it.
Yeah.
So you can see how that then fits there. And then this one has just used a portion of it, like that. So you can see the difference there. And this is not actually being cut out. So the middle has not been cut out of here. So you can emboss the template with your rubber mat in your machine, depending on which machine you're on.
Okay.
And then just use it as it is and then trim down the bits you don't want. So that was a square embossing folder, which has now been turned into almost like an A2 size, A6. But yeah, you can also, so what my thought was with this was and I started colouring this in. So I started colouring the flower in like this, which is the one at the bottom here. And then I thought, oh, you know what I could do? Colour that in and then cut that out with my scissors
idea.
And then place that on top.
I love that.
And then do the same with that one. So you're building up this bit in certain areas, but not everywhere. So again, it's a really nice, very unusual system. I've crafted for a long time and I've not seen a system like this, and I think it's really unusual. I think it's really good. I think it's very clever as well. And again, like we said, you can emboss the stencil and then put it in the embossing folder, because then it will give you a different kind of look to it. But yeah, there's lots of ways of using those, and they make great shaker cards, great windows. But we've got 4 of these. And this is the anemones one. So again, I just really like the concept of it. I think it's really unusual.
You've got more craftability with these as well, actually. And what I really love, and you've done that a couple of times today, and I'd never thought of this, and I don't know if anyone was the same, is embossing and then doing a secondary emboss and snipping bits out to decoupage. I think that's a really clever idea, particularly with these floral ones. And that you say you could just do like a little accent and do one or do a couple, couldn't you? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you could cut leaves out separately, you could cut flowers out 2 or 3 times, you could probably snip. I mean, like some of the petals, you could do a whole flower on top, then you could do it again and just maybe cut out these petals here that are more prominent to the front of the flower and decoupage those up. So there's lots of ways you can do it. You know, it's quite unusual. Or again, do it with your inks, colouring with alcohol markers, with your watercolour, do it in black and white, do it in all brown, so it's like sepia. There's loads of different ways. And it's amazing, all the ideas that we've got from the team's cards and from everything we've embossed today and these embossing folders, just how much you can create with maybe just 1 or 2 embossing folders. It's crazy.
I've really enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments, do you want to see more masterclasses like that, where we're just having a play, where we're just, you know, rather than doing full projects, just showing you techniques, and particularly with like embossing, for example, you know, just taking all those different materials and just seeing what works, see what doesn't work, see what works really well, see what doesn't work as well. I just think it was such a fun show and really, really enjoyed that. So thank you so much for watching. All the goodies are available for you, of course, on the shop today. So if there's anything that you've seen from the show, or maybe you weren't thinking of shopping, but now you're inspired by Sheila's demos and the little techniques that we've done, you want to buy a particular bundle, everything that we've shown you is on the shop today page on the website. And of course, we've still got another show to come for you in just over an hour's time. Friday Night Live. I've just seen, actually, I think it was Rhonda's comment. She's just said, oh, I just realised that today is Friday. Woohoo! Yes, Friday means Friday Night Live. Tell you more about that in a second. Jeannie says, Sheila really has some very good ideas that I will try. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, that's part of the job of, you know, part of my role, to try and get you to do things that maybe you've not tried before, or, you know, all about thinking about different ways of using things, you know. That's the fun thing of crafting.
Sheila will be back with me in an hour's time for Friday Night Live. It is Facebook versus YouTube. Oh, you won last week for Team Facebook, didn't you? You got 100% record, and you'll be on Team YouTube tonight.
Well, we'll try my best.
The 100% record goes up against the guy who never loses. The immovable force meets the, what do they call it? The irresistible object. That's it, yeah. It'll be a good game tonight. We've also got Win Your Basket. So if you're shopping tonight with us, you could win your basket. Friday night faves, loads of fun, loads of great demos as well. A great way to finish your week. So we'll see you for Friday Night Live in about an hour's time. Until then, bye for now.
Bye.